Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is MJ and you're watching my channel called Reading This Life. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're brand new. In today's video, I'm going to do the David Bowie Book Tag. This is a tag that has been around since David Bowie passed, which was 5 years ago, and it hasn't had a lot of videos done about it, so I'm going to take a stab at it. I don't know if I'm going to answer all the questions, but I'm going to get through most of them, so stay tuned. So all of the prompts are named after David Bowie's songs and then asking a general question. So even if you don't like David Bowie, you sure will like this video, hopefully, and you might find something different to read. So I'm actually going to pass on the first question because the first question is modern love, name a cute contemporary romance. I don't read a lot of romances, but if I were to guess a good book to match that, it probably would be The Love Hypothesis because I have seen that book everywhere. Am I going to read it? Maybe, but I would say that probably would be a good answer for that one. The next question is named after Ziggy Stardust. Name your favorite sci-fi book. My favorite sci-fi book is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. First time I experienced The Hitchhiker's Guide was when I was a small kid and we would watch Doctor Who, and after Doctor Who, all of a sudden this other series came on and I used to watch the BBC production of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and I was just enthralled. And then I had to find the book, and then I got this at a library sale literally when I was back in high school, and I think I paid $1 for it, and this is a first edition. So this is my #1 sci-fi book. The next question is scary monsters. Name a supernatural book that terrified me. The last book that I was kind of scared to read was Bird Box, and I know everybody's seen the movie and everything, but back when people were talking about Josh Malerman and the book itself, I would just hear reviewers say, oh my God, it was the scariest thing I ever read. And there's certain parts in that book that really do, like, you're scared to turn the page. So I'm gonna have to say Bird Box. The next question is named Loving the Alien. Name your favorite paranormal pairing. I'm gonna have to say Bella and Edward, sorry, but every time the movies are on, I turn them on. Like, there's something about me going back in time and remembering what it was like to read the books and be excited for the books, and you couldn't wait for the next book to come out. There was just something really exciting about that. So I have a soft spot for Twilight and Bella and Edward. The next prompt is Let's Dance. What's a book that makes you unreasonably happy? For me, it's Dog Songs by Mary Oliver. Being a dog lover, it's just everything. It's poetry focused on dogs. Each poem has its own flavor to it. There's some happy ones, some glad ones, and yeah, there's a couple bittersweet ones too. So if you're a dog lover, this is a perfect poetry book. You'll fly through it. The next prompt is called Slow Burn. Name a book that started slow but had an amazing ending. I'm gonna go with Circe. It took me a little bit to get into it, and then once I got into it, I just kept reading until I finished it. So that's my pick, is Circe. The next prompt is Absolute Beginners. Name an amazing debut novel. This is one of my favorite debuts of all time. This is Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang. I read this back when I think it was released in 2017. I read it back in 2018, and I just love this story. A little fantasy, a little romance, a lot of questions. You're following this character through a lifetime basically, and it is just, it was everything that I needed to read in that moment. So if you've never read it, I highly recommend you do so. The next prompt is I'm Afraid of Americans. Name a book that doesn't take place in the United States. My pick is a recent read, which is called I Am, and that's by Maggie O'Farrell, and it takes place in the UK. Fantastic book. It is, I think it's nonfiction, but it is 17 experiences with death on her part, and it's amazing. The next prompt is Dance Magic Dance, name a super quotable book. For me, it's Alice in Wonderland. It's I probably would say it's my all-time favorite book. It's been with me since I learned how to read, and it's just fantastic. So, Curiouser and Curiouser, Off with Our Heads, We're All Mad Here. There's a lot of quotes that I could throw at you, but those are some popular ones. The next question is Little Wonder. Name a book that surprised you. Again, Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. Didn't think I would love it. Love it. Next prompt is Sound and Vision. What's my favorite adaptation? I don't think I have one, so I'm just gonna plead the fifth on that. The next prompt is Where Are We Now? Name a sequel that you loved better than the first book. For that, I have to say the second book of the Fever series. If you've read the Fever series, let me know down below. I think the second book is Blood Fever, and that's by Karen Marie Moning. I think there's 7 or 8 books, and I started the series, probably 5 years ago, and I never finished it. So I'm hoping to pick up one of the books. They're all just huge. They're like 700-800 pages a piece. But I told myself I need to finish the series. So I think I'm on Fever Song maybe, but Blood Fever absolutely was better than the first one. The next prompt is Oh You Pretty Things. Name a favorite cover from your bookshelf. It would have to be the complete Sherlock Holmes Barnes & Noble Collector's Edition. I just love it. It has the violin, it has daggers, the pipe, magnifying glass, the hat, everything. Key on the side, I just love it. One of my favorites. The next question is Heroes. Who's my favorite badass protagonist? I can't really think of one right now. One doesn't really come to mind, my absolute favorite, so I'm gonna take the fifth on that. And the last prompt is Andy Warhol. What's a book that inspired you? My choice is The Little Prince. I took a philosophy class in college and we had to read The Little Prince and dissect it. It was one of the most life-changing things I've ever done. And I remember that class, and I remember reading this book, and I have read this book several times since then, which was quite a while ago. But if you've never read The Little Prince, please put it on your list for this year. It's fantastic. It comes in at 111 pages. You can knock this out in a couple hours. I'm actually reading a galley that's coming out in the spring, I believe, for the title is called How to Live Like the Little Prince, and it's basically talking about lessons learned from the Little Prince and how we can apply those to our daily lives. So I haven't started it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So that's my choice, The Little Prince. Okay, everyone, so I hope I didn't bore you with my answers to the prompts. It took me a while to think of some of these answers just because I was going through my Goodreads account, and it's trying to like pick children to answer some of these questions. So if you stayed with me till the end, thank you so much. Remember to like this video, subscribe for future content, and if you are a Bowie fan and you want to do this tag, please do so. I'm not going to tag people because I don't know who's a fan of Bowie and who's not. Hopefully a lot of people are fans of Bowie, but it's a fun tag, and technically you don't have to be a fan to do the tag, because the tag prompts are just named after his songs. So until next time, guys, goodbye for now.